Tanner and they beat.
It's your boy Manny,
and you are now tuning into
Sha and Manny TV.
So what's going on, everybody? This is episode 2. We're gonna take you on a little adventure today. I got my little walking stick. We're about to go for a hike. So tune in for the views. Tune in.
Vibes. Glad to be out the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. It's been pretty hectic. I mean, I went back to work, so I've just been tired, but it's good to kind of get that self-care in and, spend some time. So tune in, guys. It's about to be a ride.
Let's go. We've only been hiking for like 3 minutes, sweating like crazy.
Bullet.
Yeah, so, man, I'm thinking as we hike, we should probably talk about, how this relationship started. What you feel like, babe? We got a lot of questions about that.
I guess we can do that, honestly.
Yeah.
If we can think while we're exercising at the same time,
walking.
That's fine.
Cray. Man. As soon as we get to a place where we can park it, we'll drop some nuggets on, how we got together, what it was like. Just saying, all right, I think she's kind of the one. Maybe I should drop on this knee. So, stay tuned.
One eternity later.
Come on, babe.
What are you looking at?
Insects. I don't like insects, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
All that stuff, I ain't with it.
That's funny.
I ain't with it. Oh. Man. Which way?
I think we go down. I think we go down there.
All right. Let's roll.
I hear the water flowing.
You about to swim or no?
Nope.
You not about that life?
Nope. Ugh. My guiding stick.
Oh, man.
Watch your step.
I'm not a faller.
So what?
I'm not a faller.
You're not? Should we let them know what happened in Peru? Or should we roll the clip or not?
Help me! Help me! Help me!
Crazy.
Y'all see how she play me though?
Roll the clip.
All right, we got some rocks. Good bit.
Yep. Man. Being one with nature today.
I'm far from a nature boy. Far from a nature boy. Man. You sure?
Of course not.
Oh, okay. Lucky I don't got no clip.
Good. It's two, but
So wait, now we talk. So Jadakiss or Fab?
nah, I'm gonna choose Fab because I remember like vividly growing up on Fab. Like when it first came out, like I was in Brooklyn, right? This is when I was like in 5th or 6th grade, and I remember like I guess he was trying to get his name out there, so they were like passing out free CDs for Fab. So I remember like just the transition of like watching him become who he is now. I feel like he doesn't get as much recognition. Both of them definitely don't get as much recognition as artists, but they got some hits.
Yeah, and I give it to Fab. I think Fab easily one of my favorites.
I was thinking about
People
Jan.
slept
I
on
was
his
thinking
mixtapes,
about.
bro.
I was think. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Especially after his whole ordeal with like I guess his label or whatever. But like,
yeah. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, like I was just thinking about Jadakiss, Knock Yourself Out. Ding, 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 ding. Ooh, ah.
it's for real, bro.
He said she was a model for a year and a half.
Just the beat, that's for real, right?
Yeah, probably.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I was like, huh?
Bro,
I
that
know I'm
beat,
not
bro.
tripping it.
All right, guys. We made it to our destination. We ain't go so much up as we went down to a little creek out here on the I guess the border of Virginia and DC. It's pretty dope. You feel bad?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, honestly. Didn't exceed my expectations per se, but we'll find better places. But what you guys are, I guess, essentially really here for is to kind of hear some stories about how we met, or how did we know if we were, or each other was the quote unquote one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
how do you want to start this off? Are we gonna take it way back into time, or what we about to do?
Oh baby, yeah, I mean, I feel like, so I just say we started off in college. We actually
Set the scene. What year?
set the scene. All right, so I
What
mean,
year?
but nah, let's start from the top. Like I'll say like we just knew of each other type thing.
True.
All right, cool.
That's
So
true.
like I could say that we started college '08. Saw Shekinah about young kid, 18. We like to party, so I would see Shekinah at a party here and there or whatever. See her with her crew. She'll see me with my crew or whatever. And it was always this nod, like, what's up? Like, kind of like checking each other's fresh a little bit, like, yeah. Like, I was like, all right, you're clearly not from Virginia. You dress different from a lot of the girls here, real, recognize real or whatever. And then I would hope it was the same.
No, it was.
Damn.
So, I mean, essentially, yeah, we started college in 2008. So, like he said, like young 18, 19-year-old kids, I guess you could say at that time. So, I'm originally from New York, Brooklyn, New York, and he's from Maryland. But at the time, at some point, he did say DC. So, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about y'all. Not trying to claim y'all area, but like I said,
Me like that?
I'm just trying to let the people know. I'm just trying to let the people know. That's all I'm saying. You said you was trying to be real. We were trying to get real. So that's what it is. So yeah, I mean, like being young, straight out of New York, having that, a little bit of swag or a little arrogance from, being from a different area and everything like that. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't essentially looking for anything serious at that time. Just trying to have fun, like gauge a whole new environment. Like being young and dumb or whatever, like I'm 8 hours away from my house. So it's like, I'm just like, okay, it's time to like turn up for real.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, like we always seen each other at house parties. I think the vibe was always there. Like oh yeah, you're cool, I'm cool, whatever, but never really acknowledged too much until we like fast forwarded like 4 years down the line, to be honest, right?
Yeah.
So like
So if you say we
2012.
Yeah, so if you fast forward, I was in school doing my thing. I know Shakana at one point, she was there, and then I know you left school for maybe like a semester or
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
You
yeah,
came
yeah.
back. At this point, I hadn't seen you for a while, and then for me personally, it was like, I think it was my junior year. So let's not go to 2012, but 2011, like junior year. So
Okay.
I think I see you walking across the computer lab. At this point, the computer lab is not even a computer lab. I remember we used to call it the fashion floor or whatever, but it
Yeah.
was just like people used to go over there, hang out, chill, talk, post up or whatever. And I remember just sitting down. A lot of times I would sit in the back of the computer lab. I wasn't visible so much or whatever, but I would come to the middle, like print something out. See, she kind of walk through, headphones in, not paying nobody like no mind at all. And I'm just like, all right, this girl is piquing my interest. Like, who is she? I knew of her from before, just saw some what's up, but now it's like I see that you're real intentional about, not messing with people around, not messing with like these little kids in the C lab or whatever, just doing your work and stuff. So I'm like, all right, let me see what I can do about this. So fast forward, I start hitting her up on like Twitter sometimes, getting your DM a little bit. I'm just like, hey, what's up?
Slid in the
Like,
DM,
what? You trying to hang out sometimes, whatever. It was awesome, off a little friendship tip. You know what I'm saying? In the summertime, come to DC, like, see what it's like out here. But then I'd say if we fast forward to 2012, that's when I started to go hard. And I'll tell you this real funny story. So I'm at the house.
Is this the first time I'm hearing the story too, or is this?
Nah, you'll know the story once I say
Oh,
it.
okay.
So like, so it was February 2012. At this point, I'm determined now to like go at Shekinah. I'm like, I text her. I'm like, or no, I call you actually.
Yeah, you called me.
Yeah, I call you. Yeah.
I do remember this specific story because I remember I was in what they called in our college the quiet room. So I was studying and I see that he was calling me because, like he mentioned, here and there we would text each other or just talk through like social media, like Facebook and Twitter and everything like that. So when I seen he called, I was like, okay, let me just step out of the what's this thing, the quiet room, and see what's going on. So I guess you could take it from there.
So I call her, and I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing or whatever? And I'm just confidence high. I'm just like, what you doing next Tuesday? She was like, nothing. I'm like, all right, you trying to go out to dinner? Whole time this February now. Whole time next Tuesday is Valentine's Day, and she hits me with the, I have to think about it. I'm just like, all right, just let me know. It's just off some chill stuff. Let's, just do dinner and talk, get to know each other or whatever. Hang up. Don't hear from her again.
Wait, so let's put a pin on that. Okay, so my version of the story, basically, what essentially happened was when he said, what are you doing next Tuesday? I said, hold on, and I said next Tuesday. So naturally, I literally just checked my calendar, and I'm like, February the 14th? And he's like, yeah, what are you doing? And I was like, nothing. So then that's when he was like, oh yeah, you trying to hang out? And I was like, I'll let you know. But yeah, like I wasn't.
You wasn't me up. You funny.
So I mean, yeah, I don't know honestly, but either or, I was trying to figure out the most polite way to say no.
Yeah.
Basically.
Cool.
And I didn't hear back. He didn't hear back from me. And I guess you could take it from there because I'm sure you know what happened after.
So yeah, she don't hit me up or whatever. I'm like, cool. I'm like, I do my thing or whatever. So I remember fast forward to like March of 2012 still. I'm on spring break at the time. We have a mutual friend. I won't drop her name because I don't know if she want me to mention her name, but that's my sister. She know I love her, so you know who you are, sis. But so I told her, I'm like, yo, I'm really digging your friend. Put me on. And I know she knows I'm a great guy or whatever, so she knows what to say. So she's out here doing her thing or whatever. And I actually go to Panama City, Florida for spring break, and then I think when we're leaving, we're driving back up, get that text from my sis like, yo, Shakana says she's down for a double date or something like that. I'm like, woo! You know what I'm saying? So text her back. I'm like, that's what's up. Let's set something up for, I'm talking like, we get back Sunday, set something up for Tuesday or Wednesday. So we actually set that up and we went bowling. So went on a double date with my sister and I guess the guy that she was trying to talk to at the moment, and then you can let them know, let the people know how that went.
I mean, I don't think anything weird or anything like that happened. I thought it was a pretty chill date, like the double date. I thought, all four of us kind of knew each other anyway, so it wasn't essentially like awkward. Like we were bowling, kind of laughing it up, chilling and stuff like that, just feeling the environment. I thought it was essentially pretty good. Like I don't think nothing like. Am I missing something or?
Nah, I mean, I would say like for my guys out there, I'll just say like I was very upfront. It was like played a couple of games of bowling or whatever, and as soon as that was done, like the time was right. My sister and her guy went to one table, and then we went to a different table. We just started talking like yeah. So I'm really like into you. I think you're kind of smart. You're cool. You're chill. That type of thing, and we really started I'd say like we took it step by step from there, but
yeah, pretty slow for the most part. I would say, just compared to any other like situation or like relationship, I think we both kind of went in with like at least
a purpose.
Yeah, like a purpose. So
yeah.
It wasn't something where we were just like, oh yeah, like we're just so like. I don't know what's the word.
I'm not just trying to mess with you or whatever. It was more.
Yeah,
so
like we had like an intention, but I think essentially what really happened for us was that like we really built like a great friendship first.
Yeah.
So like yeah, we went on the date, but we still had like a very open and honest relationship that had started into that friendship essentially first. And as we kind of started in that quote unquote talking stage, it felt more comfortable to be upfront about things, kind of let each other know, like, okay, we're not trying to play around or whatever the case is. And I think for me too, like, and I would say for any woman in general, like, standing your ground and essentially letting the person that you're speaking to know exactly like what your purpose is. Like, if you're trying to play games, okay, that's what your goal is, but just really being upfront from the beginning, so it's not like you're questioning anything later or just like months later, like, okay, what are we type of thing. I think we both were kind of like on the same page where we were upfront about it, and I think that's what essentially helped evolve the friendship, the relationship, the talking and everything to get us to the point of dating and everything too,
yeah.
so.
And when we say date with a purpose, doesn't mean you jump in and it's like, hey, I want to marry you.
Yeah.
We're about to get married, next year or something like that. It was more so like, I only date someone because, I see potential in me even wanting to marry them. So it's like, from there, we're going to take these steps. And on the outset, it was just, after we went bowling, it started from, we were getting into like final season in school. We actually just enjoyed studying with one another. I remember we would literally be up in the computer lab, legit just studying, just doing our own studies or whatever, and that was just a nice time. Sometimes I would help her out with a lot of her stuff, and she would help me out, and it was cool. We would do like little dinner dates here and there, but I think that season being like final season was very beneficial for us. Like, we weren't forced to like do anything dumb or anything. We legit just like took our lives and brought it together and was like, how can we have fun in the season that we're in right now or whatever. And we built that foundation of friendship.
Yeah, but I guess we put a pin on that part. So as we mentioned, of course, yeah, we're studying for finals and everything like that, and we feel like, okay, the friendship, us talking, it's getting pretty cool. Like, it's not like too serious, but it's like enough for us to identify, okay, we like each other, so it's not anything where we're doing anything crazy kind of thing. And then to mention, because I did take time off from school, um, I wasn't going to graduate on time like with him. So that year, 2012, he was actually getting ready to graduate and leave. So basically when he was going back to Maryland, like our school was in Virginia. So once he was graduating, I was actually I still had another year left. So it was kind of like one of those determining factors, like if he leaves, just should I just do my own thing now? Should I go back to like focusing on my studies and stuff? You're funny. Or vice versa kind of thing. Or do we kind of see where it goes? But the one thing I will say on this part is, I did come to support him when he graduated. The funny thing is, I'm sure your parents are going to watch this video, so they'll get that side of the story. But so he graduates and everything, and I'm coming to support him. We formed this, what I thought was like a pretty decent relationship, not necessarily boyfriend and girlfriend, but a relationship enough, like friendship enough for me to be acknowledged. At least ladies, be acknowledged. So, and not even, we didn't even mention like our cultural backgrounds too, but that'll probably be for another video. But he's Nigerian, my family is Haitian, so now, he graduates and everything, and for me, like, it's pretty intimidating. I see his family, they're just like in deep. They got the Nigerian, they got their traditional wear and everything like that.
Niger never carry last.
Oh, what he said. Yeah. So I see that, I'm anyone that knows me, they'll probably say I'm lying, but I'm naturally like an introvert. I'll just be to myself if I need to, but I can still turn up and be the life of the party, switch it on and off, okay? I can do that. But in these times, I get super like anxious, so I see like a whole crowd of family and everything, and I'm just trying to stand by him to try to support him in this time or whatever. The whole time of graduation, I don't get any acknowledgement. I'm not saying even at this point that we're serious enough to meet each other's parents. But dang, can I say like, can you even say like, hey, this is my friend, da da da? Nothing. So
I
mean,
was extra shy back then.
Yeah. So that was
especially when it came to like introducing ladies to my family. My brother knew you and everything, but
yeah.
I think it's a big step when you want to introduce a lady to your parents. It's like I don't, at that point I don't take it as a joke. This is serious, so I don't know. I was a fool.
Yeah, he'll take that one. So yeah, it got to the point literally where we went to the ceremony. I was at the ceremony and everything. Mind you, it's not like I have like a friend or something to kind of, well, essentially I did have somebody there, but I wasn't there with them the whole time. I was more focused on like kind of being around him and his family, so I was really kind of like a loner at that point, and I just looked like a shadow, essentially. Looked like a shadow, like wherever they went, I went, but I wasn't introduced. But I guess we're gonna leave that in the past at this point. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it got to the point where my mother-in-law now, which I call Mama O, she had to literally come and say, hey, since my son is so rude not to introduce you, I'm such and such. So it got to that point, but either or, that's kind of like a little funny story of like, how we met, how everything happens. I guess I would say my key point for ladies, persistence is key, I guess, because outside of even the little pockets, we didn't mention, like, it wasn't just that one phone call. It was multiple times that he reached out, multiple times that he did get shut down, but he was focused, and I guess he got to the prize, right?
I'm feeling your focus, man. So yeah, but I mean, that's pretty much the crux of how we met. We'll probably detail in another video, how our relationship kind of blossomed from, dating into getting serious and engagement and stuff like that. But I asked her out August of 2012, which was that summer. So we had been talking for about, 5 months?
Like
5
4 or
months?
5 months.
4 or 5 months, whatever. Yeah. So, talking stages is real to me. I felt like really getting to know, who you were, getting to see what your passions were. I think that's what really inspired me to continue to pursue you, understanding that, a lot of the way a lot of the reasons why you moved a certain way was backed by your passion for certain things. So that was really, you know, what I feel like what pushed me to really keep going after you. But yeah, that's pretty much how we met. And so this is our second episode now. I know you guys are enjoying it a little bit. We're seeing people in the comments. We're seeing the likes. We're seeing the energy, the subscribers and everything. We love it. But we need y'all to follow it up. We need more and more subscribers. We want people to follow along on this journey with us. Get a feel for us as a millennial couple. You know, see if we can help you guys as, you know, maybe a potential couple or, you know, ladies out there seeking, you know, what type of guy they want, things like that. But just follow, you know, follow us. Just click on the link below, subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment. Let us know what you want to hear about in this next video. Just continue to stay tuned to see what we're
trying to keep the energy up too.
You know,
like,
yeah.
I know
yeah.
the last one was
subpar
we're
energy.
trying to get comfortable, so bear with us in this journey. As we mentioned before, we're trying to get comfortable in front of the camera.
Yep.
But as we transition, we hope that you guys can see the growth each and every video, and just being able to share some little gems or share little experiences that we have or places that we go to. So yeah, stay tuned for this journey. Sean Manny TV, we out.
We out.
Hey.
This is